Hi, it's Leanne Spencer of Body Shop Performance. Week 4, the last video in our Building Successful Habits series, based on the work of James Clear and his brilliant book, Atomic Habits. So the last video, we talked about the aggregation of marginal gains. We talked about the impact of compounding. This one's about the minimal effective dose. Now, there is commonality between these three ideas. So pick what works for you. But the minimal effective dose is the smallest thing that you could do today that puts your habit in a positive direction, that creates another little vote for that person you want to be. So to give you a few examples, I talked in week 2 about my aspiration to be a better guitarist. So my simple goal is to do 10 minutes a day. And I make that happen by making my desired habit obvious. So I have the guitar over there where I can see it. I then think about what it is I want, which is to be a better guitarist. I set myself an easy goal, 10 minutes a day. That's so easy to do in theory, and in practice it turns out. And then I stay connected to the outcome, which is that it must be satisfying. I want to see the improvements. But the minimal effective dose for me in terms of the guitar is 10 minutes a day. That pushes me forward, but it isn't too much of a time drag. Let's take another example. I need to do more stretching. So I set myself a simple target of 2 minutes a day. I follow that same process of setting up the habit, making it simple, making it obvious and so on, just 2 minutes a day. And I may use a timer or an app to remind me to do it. I have a hideous exercise that my strength and conditioning coach asked me to do called a banded clam. It involves a resistance band and it's not pleasant, but it really works the small muscles of the glutes. So I put an exercise mat down over there. I've got an exercise band, which you can probably just see in the background there. Very visible from my desk, and I will just do 20 reps of that a day. I keep it nice and simple. It's the minimal effective dose. Interestingly, in the book Atomic Habits, James Clear talks about this idea that the difference between an elite athlete and an athlete close to the top of their game is that the elites are really good at dealing with the boredom of monotonous, endless repetitions. That's how they get so good at what they do. So I hope that helps. We talked about the identity. Who do you want to be? Every time you practice that habit, it's another vote for that person, for that identity. We talked about the aggregation of marginal gains. We talked about the impact of compounding. We talked about the minimal effective dose in today's videos. And if you want more on any of this, then I really suggest you buy the book Atomic Habits. Great read, and you'll pick up a lot from it, I think, if this kind of stuff's of interest. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching this series. We'll see you soon.